Basically a sequel to a game that was already pretty popular. That game, of course, being... Let's just put it up. A sequel to Zaxxon, called Super Zaxxon. Because the original Zaxxon was a big hit. It was a pretty influential game. Let's get the Dargan in there. It was a pretty influential game because of the isometric perspective and all that. And yeah, it was one of the bigger hits of 1982. And then near the end of 1982, Sega saw fit to release Super Zaxxon. Also, Zaxxon was not actually developed by Sega. It was developed by Ikegami Tsushinki, which was the company that actually programmed Donkey Kong for Nintendo. But they were just like a... they just kind of got subcontracted to do stuff. And, I don't know, I guess Sega thought, like, people got too good at the original Zaxxon, I guess? And they decided... they decided that needed a more extreme version of Zaxxon for arcades. And so, like I said, some people might have seen this. It showed up on Starcade a lot. We'll talk about that. But for the most part, like, if you have like a local barcade near you, like they might have a Zaxxon cabinet, but they're usually not going to have Super Zaxxon. Also, I guess one source claimed like this game was like they sold a lot of conversion kits of this, so maybe it was, you know, not the most obscure thing. But this is the actual speed of the game, by the way. I'm not speeding this up. Basically, they took Zaxxon and said, what if we doubled the speed? The demo doesn't know what the fuck to do. The demo is just like staying at max height. Also, this game has a dragon now. The Ultimo, thank you for the 330 bits. So let's play Super Zaxxon. Whoa! Well, at least at least the very start of the game starts at maximum height. Okay. Because I mean, I have to stress that like Zaxxon was such a weird game to play for the first time because of the whole height perspective thing. You could go up and down, and had to figure out like the right height to go through walls and shit, and just to shoot enemies. But I guess Sega thought like people got way too good at Zaxxon, so they yeah. Rub end. Didn't even get through one stage. I don't know why the top score says 15,000, though. Well, let's try that again. Because, yeah, you need a little bit of time to, like, get used to, like, how the game plays, right? But I think this game was geared more towards, you know, the people that could play Zaxxon for a long period of time. Like, I didn't think, like, there were that many people that could, like, marathon Zaxxon, because that game only gives you, like, one extra life in the first place, so... Nonetheless, some people have played, like, really long credits of it. And so I guess this is their response to that. Like, we need a game that's harder for these freaks. But what if you weren't already good at Zaxxon? Well... Yeah, this shit happens. Okay, we gotta guess. Never stop firing, because you need to see if the bullets can actually get through the wall. Okay. Well, am I about to do it? No, the oil! The fuel. And yeah, I mentioned this was frequently seen on Starcade. A show I would love to watch on stream, but I feel like I'd get copyright struck if I did it. Super Zaxxon showed up quite a bit on like the later seasons of Starcade, and a lot of the time, like, you know, the kids had like 40, 50 seconds to play the game. A lot of times their credit didn't even last like the full 40 seconds. They ran out of lives before the 40 seconds were up. I'm gonna finish one stage of this. I've done it before, I can do it again. So this game was just kind of kicking everybody's ass, except the freaks who were way too good at Zaxxon in the first place. I mean, I had to play Zaxxon for like one of the Battle of the Arcades tournaments, and I got like fairly decent at it. Like, I think my high score ended up being like 170,000 or something. I thought that was like pretty decent. Not world class, not quite marathoning it, but you know. I at least knew what I was doing. I was getting to like stage 6, stage 7. Oh god, oh god. Oh, I got the extra life. No, no! Just starts off the next life immediately. Okay. Okay. Time to fight the dragon. Yeah, you better run, bitch. Good. Now do it again for some reason. So I think the trick is you want to be positioned like you spend more time like paying attention to the height meter on the left. Like, I always try to stay like in between the two, like right there. That's usually the sweet spot for the. That was a sweet spot for the boss in the original Zaxxon. You get more points if you kill the dragon before it shoots the fireball, but I didn't do it. Hey, I cleared the stage! I'm the best. I'm not the best. The planes start firing on stage 2. How is man even supposed to react to this? Also, yeah, they got rid of the outer space stage where you can move up and down, and replaced it with this tunnel where you don't really have much freedom of height. I don't know if this is an improvement or not, because like the space scenes were always felt really inconsistent to me in the original Zaxxon. It was just really hard to hit those planes. But like, I have to wonder, because clearly this game was made for people that were way too good at Zaxxon. The question is, like, would those Zaxxon pros like prefer to play this? Because I feel like if you're already really good at regular Zaxxon, you probably took a lot of pride in being able to play for a while on one credit, right? You liked making that 25 cents last for a good long time. But obviously, arcade operators didn't like that. They wanted to good demo. They wanted to keep the game time down. But I never felt like this was like one of the games that people were like marathoning for long periods of time. Like, you hear people playing like long credits of Defender or Robotron or Joust. People just racking up asteroids, racking up like so many extra lives in those games. But Zaxxon never came up, so like, why did they make this? Newfie Banga, thank you for the raid. And if you weren't already like a Zaxxon pro, and you know, you drop a quarter in this game and lose for like lose your credit in like 30 seconds, like, you're never going to play the game again after that. So I have to imagine, like, this wasn't a game that made that much money. Allegedly, they sold a lot of conversion kits of this, but it's just, this was like made for like a very, very small subset of players, and it just feels so unnecessary. I don't know. And that's another reason I didn't really want to, like, include this, because, like, how do I rate this? Because, like, I'd say, like, the original Zaxxon is, like, at least a 4-bongo game. It was, you know, a pretty influential game, although that's speaking clearly in terms of, like, quality. But, like, in regards to, like, is this game necessary? I don't think it is. Like, what does it really offer that original Zaxxon didn't? Besides the control? Well, I mean, besides the speed. It has a tunnel, and it has a dragon. I just want to give this, like, a question mark out of 5. It's just, there's no easing into this game. Yeah, and at least Stargate doesn't kill you in like 5 seconds. Like, Stargate's harder than Defender, but it ramps up. It's a little more gradual. No, the ceiling in the tunnel doesn't kill you. So, yeah, I don't know what to rate this. Because, man, if I had been old enough to, like, have gotten really good at Zaxxon, and really liked playing Zaxxon at the arcade, and then they put Super Zaxxon in, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. I'd say, give me back plain old vanilla Zaxxon. Although I feel like it would still... It's still probably would have been easy enough to find a regular Zaxxon if you really wanted to play it. I don't know, this game just pisses me off. I'm giving it a 1. It just feels so unnecessary to me. I just don't want to play it. I don't think it needed to be made. Like I said, original Zaxxon's good. I used to not like it, but then I kind of learned how to play it. But nah, the dragon can't save it. You can't win me over with a dragon.